All right, I want to start off by saying Rakapanya Hawa, Rakapanya Hawa Shai, Rakapanya Hawa, Rakapanya Hawa Shai, Rakapanya Hawa, Rakapanya Hawa Shai, Rakapanya Hawa, Rakapanya Hawa Bashim Yao Shai. The name of this lesson is going to be entitled Smite Egypt with Plagues as Before. Okay, and you have an image on the screen here of a homeless veteran with the American flag as a blanket. Now, for one, let me go ahead and pull up the scripture. This just hopped into mind, man. Once you hit that recorder, man, the spirit just jumps on you. Bear with me just a second. I want to get this verse. All right, so lucky about that. It took me a couple minutes to find it because I was actually looking in the Bible, but it's actually in the Holy Apocrypha. Uh, the Spirit brought this up to mind when I started the video. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 28. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty. Let's read that again. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such an one for the sword. But the point of the matter, it says a man of war who suffers poverty. And there is a reason why I'm bringing that out. Because here in America, a vast majority of the homeless population served in the military. So the way it's supposed to be is these people are supposed to be taken care of the rest of their lives. That's how it would work in the ancient world. If you went to war, you'd get a certain percentage of the spoils of that war. All right, but in this country, they don't have that. Okay, they don't take care of their veterans in this society. Okay, and one proof of that is the vast amount of homeless people who are veterans. As we just read it here, one thing the Lord hates is a man who went to war who suffers poverty, because it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be that way. All right, but they have it all set up as that. But anyway, that's just a side note. That doesn't have to do with the video itself. Um, the reason I'm bringing this out is this is spiritual, man. This shows that America isn't the big bully as it used to be, man. All right, and this right here, the image you see here, this is starting to become common, man. You see this everywhere. You always see homeless people. Down here in Florida, it's bad. Going up to Jersey, it's bad up there. Yeah, New York bad there as well. Pretty much every state's doing bad, man. Okay, why is that? Because America is on its decline. America's declining. All right, the scriptures tell you. Matter of fact, let's even go ahead and get that. The book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Okay. Uh, Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O thou daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no longer be called the lady of kingdoms. Or Slakia, for thou shalt no longer be called tender and delicate. Verse 5. Sit thou in silence, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no longer be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand, and thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient. Oh man, I'll break this down in a second. Matter of fact, man, as I'm reading this, they claim that we've been, set free, liberated from slavery. But all you see, man, is our people. Yeah, you don't got a chain around your neck, put it in, hardcore slavery, but you're in an economic, uh, uh, um, we're in economic slavery, man. Okay, why do you think you work your ass off all week and there's never enough money left over to go do anything fun with your kids, man? And then don't even get me started on when you go to the freezer, there is nothing in there, right? I mean, come on. Am I the only one who notices that? I mean, come on. Obviously, you're still in bondage, man. Okay, you don't have a chain around your neck, but it's a financial slavery. Okay, this is financial slavery. Upon the ancient hast thou heavily laid thy yoke, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwells carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and there is none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come unto thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and there is none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come unto thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Let me go ahead and get something from the Apocrypha. Okay. And you see, this right now, just as if you read Matthew, the 24th chapter, when the apostles asked the Lord, what shall the signs of your coming be? He said, there should be wars and rumors of wars, sedition amongst men, and, uproars of the people, which we're going to get something similar. But it says that these are only the beginning of sorrows. Yeah, so what you see here, this is the only beginning, man. This is the beginning, this homelessness. Okay, which, if you do your research, I believe the percentage is 75%. It's either 70 or 75% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, man. Okay, so a lot of these men and women who go homeless, and even children are out there as well. There's some stories of, some children who, went homeless at, say 11 years old. Okay, and you can just look it up. It's true. I can't really call so-called adolescent a child though, because that's there's really no such thing as adolescence. But, that's what they call them. But anyway, there's a lot of them homeless as well, because they got kicked out of their household, or maybe lost their mother or father, something like that. But hey, the point of the matter is clear, Matt. The Lord is plaguing this place, America. Okay, America is being hit with plagues as it has before. Okay, and I'm going to get it right here. And in order to understand the verse I'm going to read, you have to know Revelation 11 and 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. And that Egypt and Sodom is actually referring to America. So you have to understand that before I read this. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. Let's start at verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. It will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and every man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and shall spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right, so what you see here, we're on the verge of another a Great Depression, all right, another economic collapse. And once this happens, you know, you have people out there who they call themselves doomsday preppers, which there's nothing wrong with putting away food and water. The scriptures say a wise man will foresee the evil and will prepare himself. There's nothing wrong with having a firearm. The Lord told his apostles to take two swords with them when they went on their journey. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with prepping supplies. GMS will tell you otherwise, but they're sadly mistaken on that subject. But I digress. But anyway, the point of the matter is that this homelessness, man. This is a plague upon America. All right, this is from the Most High. Okay, there's as it says, a lack of bread. There's going to be food shortages, especially now with that coronavirus. All right, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. I kid you not. I kid you not. If you go on to these selling apps, as I did a video 2 weeks ago about Offer Up and Let Go, which is my secondary job, as I call it, inside joke, which mind of God knows what I'm referring to. Kind of like an inside joke between us both. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, on there, man. I kid you not. There's people on there who are selling hand sanitizer. They went to the store. They bought all the boxes of hand sanitizer, and then they're going on there and selling them for 5 times what they're worth. Which, matter of fact, that's not a bad idea. But hand sanitizer is sold out almost everywhere. Or you got to be lucky to stumble across some now, because everybody's buying it because of the coronavirus. So people are taking advantage of it and buying it and selling it. There's one, 16-ounce container, 20-ounce container, that's somebody selling for $50. $50, man. Which I got a half full one there on the counter right over there. But it just shows you, man, that the Lord's hidden this place with great tribulation and great sufferings. Let's go ahead and go to the book of Isaiah, the 19th chapter. Yeah, now I want to bring to mind what this verse I read in Isaiah, the 47th chapter. It says, "Thou shalt no longer be called the Lady of Kingdoms." Yeah, because everybody's starting to everyone's starting to see the shame of America. Okay, everybody's starting to see the shame of this country. All right, America is not that great big bully that it once used to be. All right, now America is starting to decline, and we see it. I mean, you have to be a damn fool to sit there and pretend that everything's going well here. That's clearly not the case. Okay, America is falling, man. Okay, Babylon the Great, which is America, not no Vatican City for you peons out there. All right, but America, which is Babylon the Great, is clearly on its decline. Okay, this country clearly doesn't have much time left. Let's see. Okay. Bear with me a second. Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 14. "The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work. Therefore, as a drunken man staggers in his vomit." Yeah, Egypt has erred in all its works. As in, say for an example, you have all these homeless veterans on the street, like right, let's say, I don't know, 5 million homeless veterans all over the United States of America. Which I'm just giving an estimate out there, not saying that's factual. But let's just say that, all right, 5 million homeless veterans. But then instead of making a change about it, they'll pay, say for an example, Floyd Mayweather. They'll give him $100 million check to go do, boxing or whatever the man does. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not even being sarcastic. You can pull up on YouTube the video where Floyd Mayweather goes and flexes his $100 million check, man. I mean, goddamn, $100 million. And that just shows you, man, that the Lord has caused Egypt, which is America, to err in all its work. So here it is, this man can get paid $100 million for his supposed talent. But yet, you can't help these 5 million homeless veterans. Which fault for your country? I mean, am I the only one who smells something fishy about that? Come on. I mean, clearly America's going down, man. I mean, it's evident at this point. Anybody who can't see it just doesn't know what they're talking about. Verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. I got to read that again. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or the tail, branch or rush may do. Oh, man. Now, what is that going into? That's going into how the jobs are starting to shut down, man. Okay, you have a great rate of people who are unemployed. They can't find work. All right, because even if they can find work, the pay isn't good enough. The pay is just not good enough for the labor they have you do. All right, and once you, as I said earlier, once you get your paycheck, you already have it figured out how the paycheck's going to be spent. Okay, this money's going to go to rent. This is going to go to food. There's never any money left over to put to the side for say for an example, an emergency fund to maybe start out for those who want to start prepping. There's never any money left over to do that. There's never any money left over to do fun things with the kids. There's never any of that. Okay, you got a statement or saying I should say that goes: the richer get rich, more rich, and the poorer get more poor. Which really it goes into one's spending habits, but the money, or as I like to say, the money is not evenly distributed. Inside joke. Yeah, if anybody knows what I'm referring to. Anyway, let's see. In that day shall Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid, and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shall shake over it. Which pretty much, what is that talking about? The hand that he's going to shake over it, that's referring to the destruction of America, which has not happened yet. But as we're seeing, America, this country cannot be healed. As the scriptures say, Babylon, which is America, it cannot be healed from what's going on. All right, America had its great rulership of being that top nation in the world, which America still is that top nation. Okay, that's why when you read in Revelation, they're going to be like, alas, that great city that we were made rich. Okay, so everybody's going to still become rich off of Babylon until who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ returns. Okay, so America still is that great city that reigns over the world. However, America is still, as we see, it's falling. It's falling. It's not in that once beautiful state it used to be, which I'm not saying that as in America used to be righteous or nothing. I'm just saying everybody wanted to come here. And I even had people contact me from India asking, hey Yasha, can you try to sneak me into America? I mean, I kid you not, I literally had somebody who was dead serious asking if I could help him sneak into America. I mean, I wish I could make a joke about that, but sadly I can't, because it's just what happened. Back when I used to use social media. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and get one more scripture. I don't want to make this too long. But as we see, man, this country is clearly just going down, man. I mean, everybody can see it. Everybody can see that this country does not have much time left. I'm not going to read this whole chapter, but I'm just going to get some good information out of here. Let's see. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and we're going to start at verse 4. The earth mourneth. Actually, let me grab a pen so I can keep track. It says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world langueth and fadeth away. the haughty people of the earth do sigh. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate therefore. The inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The new wine mourneth, and the vine langueth. All the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. What is the harp? The harp is talking about music. Okay, because everywhere in the society, you always see, whether it be, the, not a debate, but arguments would be a good word between a man and his spouse, which usually American marriage ends up in divorce. That's just the way it usually works. And why is that? Because women are not supposed to have the power and authority that they have here in the United States. Okay, and notice that Babylon is referred to as a woman. Why is that? Because America has women in rulership. That's why Hillary Clinton was trying to run for office. Now, according to the scriptures, a woman isn't supposed to have any, seat of authority. And that's in the scriptures. All right, it wasn't until the rise of feminism that women had this, belief that they were equal with men. That is not true. Men are superior to women. And it's just a fact that it cannot be refuted. It's the same way for every creature on the face of the earth. The males of the species are always superior to the woman. And even the Bible tells you in the Holy Apocrypha that the wisdom of a woman is foolishness. So what do you feminists have to say to that who believe in the Bible? The Bible says the wisdom of a woman is foolishness. And that's clearly in the scriptures. So what do you guys have to say about that then? Let's see. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion. Wait a second. The word Babylon goes back to the word Babel, which means confusion. So the city of confusion here is talking about America by definition. Oh, which actually, the word America means bitter. That's what the definition of the word America means if you look it up. Let's see. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man might come in. There is a crying for wine in the street. All joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. Right, so pretty much, man, this homeless, epidemic, I guess one could say, this is just gonna keep getting worse and worse, man. It's just a plague upon Egypt. All right. Pretty much, that's gonna be the lesson there. I hope it was an edifying lesson. Anybody watching this far, put hashtag ETT in the comment section down below. If that being said, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yashai. I'm going to say shalom.